It's Crystal Edge Technology Screens. We're in here answering the YouTubers. Now, I do apologize. When I first started off, I wasn't talking to anybody at all, period. We just weren't responding back at all. And then I came in here and I checked out some stuff and I seen some people had some really nice stuff to say because, like I said, we receive our, as all companies do, we receive our fair share of people who don't like our products, people that are angry. I don't know what's going on, but we ain't getting into that right now. So anyway, as I said before, I just didn't really bother going into our accounts and checking. There really been some really nice people in here. They're making some really awesome comments about our company and really appreciate that. So we come here from time to time. We shoot them more. We're trying to get time to keep caught up with all the messages that come through. Last time we were just bombarded with so much stuff. Keep in mind, you're going to have people in here that are going to be full of hatred and anger and rage and all that other stuff like that, jealousy toward our products, and they're going to carry on the way they know best way they can carry on. We've removed most of the other nonsense out of there because we don't want to shut that in the day. I want to start to deal with some bad negative nonsense. We're not into all that. All right, so I take the time to come in here and answer these questions. Keep in mind, we can't express this enough that for those of you who go into these rage messages where you write out entire books, I mean, literally you write out entire books, no one's seeing your posts. Do you see where it says held for review? Held for review means that you can type in all the stuff you want. It will never, no one will ever see it. I'm the only person that will see it. And again, it doesn't bother me at the end of the day. I got thick skin. I don't care. I'm just going to just basically just delete your comment or put a block on you, and that's basically about it. But no one is seeing anything you put in. If you call yourself going to my YouTube channel and spreading hatred, guess what? No one sees it. I'm the only one. And at the end of the day, it doesn't bother me at all because I'm used to seeing it. All right. How do we buy the black paint? There's a little check right there. Thank you so much for that one. If I put in thank you. Let's see, put the address in, which is value. Then we just came off the freaking marketplace, did we not? Just came off the marketplace. We can just add the whole marketplace right in there. Make that a lot easier for him. I got to get going because I got to get this done and I got to go. We got to do some other demonstrations today. All right, here we go. Put that right there for him so he can figure out where he can get it from. At the bottom, we have, hey, please post a link for the ceiling star effect system. Yeah, you need a special paint for that one. That requires a special paint. Hello, that involves a special screen paint spray to that surface. You can't do that. We're the only ones who have that paint. That involves a special screen paint spray to that surface. Yeah, you can't. That's an invisible technology we're playing around with. That's not even available yet. We don't even have that available. And someone is requesting how that ceiling was done, how we did that special effect for the ceiling. Yeah, you can't get that. That's only through our company. Hello. Make sure we get that all correct in there. Hello. That involves a special screen paint spray to that. Did they put the whole thing in? I put half of it in. Surface. No, we spray it. We may not go with it. We spray it. And then we have. Yeah, come on, bird. Seriously. For custom. Oh, yeah. Yep. Wow, butchered the crap out of that, didn't I? Man, let's go back and fix all that madness. How come there? Oh, no, wrong one. There, okay. Yes, there are people out there filled with, that much hate. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's awesome right there. Cool people, man. I apologize for some of my YouTube fans. I apologize because sometimes, you get you're not overwhelmed, but I mean, the haters, man, they're like freaking like crazy. You know what I mean? Like, they want to hate on you on everything you do. They want to hate on you. Want to hate on you for this. They want to hate on you for that. Everything that you do, and it all comes down to the point. It comes down to jealousy because at the end of the day, they can't do what you do. They don't do things on your level, and all they can do is hate at the end of the day. And we can see that, and these individuals who, want to do these fake reviews in their products, but yet, like I said, they don't want to come in and buy our actual products. And we post, hey, you can come by, but they refuse to come by, which, like I said, don't understand how in the world you call yourself, convicting us as being these fakes and these phonies and all these things, but yet you can't come in and you can't buy our products directly from the website. What's the excuse behind that one? But I appreciate that right there. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. People probably looking at that. Oh, we have this ingredients. No, that's no ingredients. I'm looking for paint to paint the side of the house and to actually do some paint work in the next room because I have to finish it off. I'm not done in there painting it all white. Let's go back to this right here. Yeah, because, it's interesting. This is the video right here where we show you that, look, that screen matched on so many levels it wasn't funny. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is the video we did on the Network Gray 773 that matched this product perfectly. And for him to get on camera and just lie to people and say, oh no, there was no match at all, period. Even this fellow right here could see, yeah, it's a match, a perfect match. I don't even know where people get off with that one at the end of the day. Like I said, I was on those forum sites. We posted those pictures. Like, who are the people that commented on this one? Yeah, they wanted to know. They wanted to know who the people who were that colorblind that couldn't see the difference. They couldn't see those definitely match perfectly. That's what sparks more curiosity. They want to see the sheep. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. They want to see the sheep. That's what they want to see. The people that are so blind that saw that and went, oh yeah, they look exactly the same. That's like if I took these two curtains and I put them side by side and said, look, do you see a difference between this side and this side and this side? You go, oh, but there's a slight difference in color. That's what you guys just did at the end of the day in that video. They went through the video. They went through the comment section through. They went through the website. They went through all of it. They were curious to see who in their right mind was shopping at this website and who was basically convinced that those were two different things right there. Let's see what else we got here. And what is the black projector you used? I have no idea. That's an old demonstration. Got to email me on that one, buddy. Boy, I can't even remember that video that far back. What projectors? Black projectors? What black projectors did we ever have in here? We had an Sony FX36. That might have been a Panasonic. I'm not even sure which one that might have been. We've had quite a few black projectors in here. You have to email me on that one. I have no idea what that would have been, honestly. Okay. We had quite a few black projectors. All right, let's email me. Email. Yeah, because I can't remember that. I got to go through archives to find that one. I don't remember that one. These are the clowns. Let's report those. Information, report on that one. Thank you. And let's get another report on that one. Let's see. Caught up? Are we caught up? Are we caught up? Yeah, these are all caught up. Yes, we did catch all of these. Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay. You don't tell people, you don't tell people about your screen paint that it requires a very bright projector lamp. Isn't that sad how people just don't watch the rest of our videos? Do you know that we have done this demonstration, ETV, in a max out zone, an environment that's far brighter than any area we have in the house? And we've done this at 1,000 lumens downstairs at 14 feet back versus black paint and versus gray paint. So for you to sit there and say that, oh, black screens require high lumen projectors, we have countless demonstrations on demonstrations showing our products on projectors. Oh, as a matter of fact, we got something for you. I don't need to go into a speech. I'm going to send you the 1100 lumen challenge. That's outside with 1100 lumen challenge on a black screen. Write all this again. Write all this nonsense on gray and tune, blah blah blah. My friend, I love how people talk about gray screen paint products and they think that I only develop black products. I was developing gray screen paint products before you were ever heard of on YouTube, way back 9 years ago. So just to let you know how far my history goes back, it goes back extremely far. So all that stuff you talk about, gray paints, been there, done it, know it. There's nothing you can tell me. I've done it already. So let's go send you a special video. Since his claim is that you have to have a high-end projector to do that. He missed the entire demonstration. The demonstration that when I deal with people who basically have dedicated theater rooms, they don't have low lumen projectors sitting in a dedicated theater room. Those projectors are pretty high lumen projectors in there. And it's to show them that they think at the end of the day, if you have a high lumen projector, they're still going to be able to maintain better picture quality, better contrast, and all that other stuff. No, you're not. You're just going to wash out the image even faster. That's what's going to happen. Let's put in 1100 lumen challenge. Boom, we pop up right there. We're the only ones who has that challenge. I'm going to send this over to you because your theory is there's no point in explaining it to you. Sometimes there's no point in explaining. You got to show them. This is why videos are very important. So since his claim is that you can't, black screens require the massive lumens, do you think I don't notice it already? I've noticed this from people that I have talked to who have some form of dark technology, very dark technology. And I told you that one of the theories that came quite a few times is they feel that black screens or other black screens, not our technology, cannot produce, what the freak is this right here? I like stuff like that, but cannot produce high white levels and well-lit environments due to the fact that the screen is already going to have a problem maintaining white levels due to the fact that the surface is dark. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. That's not our technology. Stop judging us to everybody else. That's not us. That's why we're out here doing demonstrations like this called the 1100 Lumen Challenge. So we don't have to say much. We just send them this, and that's the end of the conversation right there. So where is he at? But I love how they put in these great big huge speeches. Again, no one will ever see this. I am the only one that will see this. So it says held for review. Unless I comment on this, that's the only way it becomes known. Let me show you. There you go. Put down some rain. Sorry. You're wrong. That's why I love doing these demonstrations. I know. It's the black screens right here. Means projectors. Sorry, wrong. I love really going through this whole theory about gray screen. Man, please, come on. I developed gray screens on so many different levels. It's not even funny. At that particular time when I was contracted, the only different screen paints they requested for me to design within a month's time, I had something different for them all the time because they were showcasing and demonstrating my stuff overseas. So I have tested and designed great paints on every level you could possibly think of. Everything that Partey or Pro has, we have made it already. That's why when their stuff comes over, we can duplicate it so fast because we've made it so many times. I can look at your product and I can tell exactly what's in it. All I would have to do is just make a simple black and white screen paint mixture, lay it against your screen. If you match that screen, we got you that fast. Where our product is a little harder because you can't match your product to black paint and virtually impossible. Now, the reason why you call yourself making our product is because, again, you don't actually own our product. And I'm not going to mention this video. We already did that already, but you already know the deal. We'll be waiting today and tomorrow, 3 days, and we'll be back in another 3 more days. All right. So this fellow says, I'm going to say, sorry, you're wrong. Black paints do not need, or are, don't are because I can't speak for everybody else. Ooh, I wouldn't get to be a fly on the wall when he reads through this one. There you go. I love when we do them outside. Knock yourself out, buddy. Go ahead and enjoy. They go into this whole theory about, oh, this, we go to this forum sites all the time. We get that one guy that comes in there and he goes into the whole theory of breaking it down to blah, 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 blah. First of all that nonsense you're expelling to me out right now about how you have to be at this level and this so and so eye level, the calibrate, that's crap. It's all crap. It's protocol. Is protocol because you had certified screens out there in the market that cannot do certain things, and they put these protocol rules in there by saying you have to be this far from the screen, and you have to have a projector that's this way, and you have to have this caliber projector, and you have to have this much lighting in the environment, aka just simple rules and regulations that are given to you because the screen is having difficulty functioning in these environments. Ambient light controlled environments, aka my screen can't be seen in a fully lit environment. Calibrating a projector means aka my screen can't see proper color. There's no way in the world you're going to spend $3,000 for a projector, spend an additional $3,000 for a projection screen, and you have to calibrate and be stuck in an ambient light environment. Are you kidding me? That's $6,000 worth of hardware sitting there in the face, and you're still in a dark environment calibrating? You might as well go buy a white screen at the end of the day if I'm going through all that nonsense. So what is the difference there? Oh man, they don't want me doing that one. They might not like that one, excuse me, at the end of the day. But anyway, yeah, what's the point? It's supposed to be a game changer there. I should be able to use that in a fully lit environment. I want the same look in the P2. That's what's always stuck in my head, that demonstration from the P2, which was quite impressive. Lots and lots of light. How they walked in the whole area just blew with all that light, the windows, the 120s displayed on the screen. That's what I want to see when I buy something. I don't want to see a dark environment. That's why those of you who own those P2 projectors, and when I went through searching through your demonstrations, we couldn't find one that matched the promo. Yes, one of them came up, but his one wasn't all white, but he was using a fully environment. But the reason why is because he had a $3,000 Dark Star 9 laying against his screen. You got to spend that money. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and I was explaining to him, I said, look, man, you guys want to go on and on about these gray screens. Yeah, we have them here. But at the end of the day, if you're going to ask me which one I prefer, it's going to be a black screen. That black technology we have on the wall can pull a white level to blend into the other screens with no problem, maintain its contrast. So with pull colors, it's more advanced technology. But we designed those because we have customers that still like that particular form of product. We just make an upgrade version of it better than everybody else's. That's what we do. But at the end of the day, if you go to any dealership, you can go to Elite Screens, you can go to Black Diamond, you go to any company you want, and you walk into their showroom, you said, okay, what's your best screen you have on here? They're going to point to a dark screen. The darker the screen, the more money it's going to cost you. They're not going to point to a gray screen or a white screen or any screens. No, those are the mid-level screens. You want the flagships, you gotta spend the money. And he never heard of Black Diamond. He was like, good gracious, are you kidding? Yeah, they cost that kind of money. That's what it costs. $5,000, $3,000, $6,000, $7,000, $10,000, $18,000. That's what it costs for a high-end projection screen. Go to any forum site and it'll tell you what's better to show for 4K and 1080p, and it will tell you a dark screen right for the door. They're designed for it. That's a very, very, very expensive screen. He was shocked that they could cost that much money. Yeah, he was in there talking about how the gray screens look beautiful and so and so and so. I said, man, that's not the most advanced screen. Here you go. Sent him over screen innovation. He's like, good, great. Are you kidding me? That much? Now imagine, I've got 144s and 150s in here. Can you imagine at a $5,000 for a 100 inch, what would it cost you if you wanted a 150 inch? You think about that one. I had a friend of mine that was literally about to pull the trigger on a 120-inch screen from Screen Innovation. He was talking about 15, almost 20 grand. So y'all out there bragging about these gray screens, even though we have technology that we can show you when we develop the LT gunmetal that can go out there and show you that. Oh, I forgot to put those links in too. Let me go get these links too. That can go out there and do demonstrations against the same certified screens that cost you $5,000 for and outperform them. Still, the most advanced technology we have over here is the darker screens. That's why the silver, when it comes out, is going to be cheap. It's going to be less priced because they're not considered to be the advanced models. All right, let's get these test demonstrations because we're going to need those for, I forgot to put links in yesterday, completely forgot links in yesterday. And we just figured out something new. What actually bound in the screen yesterday. We had a storm that came through. Of course, the screen had to be taken down because it's too big for the screen to be in a storm. But what I should have did was I should have tied the ends to the side of the post, and that would have kept the screen from blowing around too much. But I ordered something that should be here today. We ordered some special locks for the ground, these special stakes. Actually, you have to drill those in. They're extremely long. You have to drill these suckers in. So that screen's not going anywhere once we install those in. Because we got good weather today. If we get all the products in, we can finish the screen. I'm not hanging that screen back up until we get it coated with the Black Widow on it. We don't have the Black Widow coating on it yet. So we need to get that coating on it first, and then we can put the screen back up because I am dying to watch the movies off that giant screen. I really am. I was going to do a test run, but storm came through, and I was like, oh, okay. We'll take it down, and we'll just go in, and we'll start again. So that's what we have to do. Well, it was good to know to see the storm go through because that gave me an idea of exactly what we need to do when one comes through. We had that screen up there, how we have to tether it down. All right, let's go over real quick. I need to grab something out of here real quick. I need to go to these videos real quick. These are our test demonstrations under LT gunmetal. All right, so let's go grab these real quick. Let me see. Rollers, I think, are coming today. If the rollers come today, we're painting in 129 inch new gamer paint. So we have Unicorn is coming in. We put orders in for Unicorn. Yes, we're making it. It's coming in. We have a silver version of the 38 Black Widow, which we already put into a post. It's on its way. It's going to be here pretty soon. We're working on that. So we said we're going to make some lighter products along with it. I'm trying to cater to everybody. So let me see what we need here. We need to test under the LT gunmetal. Okay, these are the two demonstrations under the screen. I need to test results. LT gunmetal next to black screen. Someone was asking us about the spray on the screens. Do we sell that? We don't sell that. That's actually for us only. Only we have access to that. In company don't need access to that. All right, where are you at? See, test certified, test certified. Okay, here's one of the tests right here. This is the test against the certified screens. Right here. Okay. This is an LT gunmetal technology, the one we have, the gray screen versus 9 certified projection screens. Show me any gray screen paint out there right now that did that test. There is none. That's why I said our tests are brutal. Screen's gonna have to perform. We don't play around like that, man. We don't do all that paint the screen and we're done. No, we don't do that nonsense at the end of the day. No. Our screens are tested. That means that LT right now can do a $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 projection screens, and that is considered to be our white projection screen. This is our white projection screen. Keep in mind, this technology is our white projection screen, and it can wipe out a $3,000 to $5,000 projection screen with ease. So if I ever have a conversation with one of these guys and they go, "Oh yeah, well, Art, yeah, you're what? This is our light gray technology. Look at it just did to your surface. It produces a higher color. That screen has a contrast shifting technology, allows it to turn dark. And these are all certified screens. And the demonstration I saw with the other fellow, we know who he is, did a demonstration in the dark because he knew when the OLED horse passed over, his screen was not going to do well. We do these demonstrations in max out zones. And yes, we did it at 1,000 lumens and we did it at 4,000 with no problem. As I said before, none of your gray screen paint products, both of you would pass this screen. You can even pass the black ones we have over here. And the reason why we know you can't, because you're scared to place orders. And we requested you to. So we know you can't pass any of our stuff. Let's get this test and certify screens right here. Put that test there. I forgot to put these in yesterday because we're so busy working on some other stuff. Let me see. Come over here and grab something from here. And we'll go back over because I forgot to put the test demonstrations in. What video we're in. Let me see. Make sure we know where we're at in that video. Well, we just go into manage. Let's go to manage videos into there. Okay. Let's Afro Samurai. All right, let me see. It's a live demonstration. All right, let me see. No worries from them. That's the ceiling in here. We did the ceiling. I gotta paint my ceiling in here too. That's gonna be another demonstration. I forgot to order frog tape. Just on freaking forgot to order frog tape because we gotta do the ceiling in here for the projector setup. Okay, let me see. We're at the gunman. Okay, this is Extreme Gamer. That was a silver. Oh, it's under the batch. That's under the batch number. That's where it's under the batch number. Here we have it right here. We need it under this for the test. This is for the batch and show our test demonstrations. We also show these off to customers too. We're curious to see what they look like. So these are our test demonstrations under this product. And we did a batch paint out yesterday on it. And everything worked out perfectly because right when I got done doing the demonstration, sorry about that, I go upstairs and there's a post office worker staring me in the face like, "Oh, fantastic." She said, "I'll bring the truck back around." I said, "Thank you so much." It means our customers ordered one at the same time, which was fantastic. Timing was perfect. God is good. Perfect timing. Got everybody out the door. We got one more fellow to go, two more to go. We got a return downstairs. That one's been here. We got to do a test on that one. That's 150 inch. They want the high grade silver. Like I said, these are individuals that have gotten the high grade silver anyway. We had it available, but it was not available at the time. So we couldn't. Oh, it's a nice camera. So we couldn't offer it to them. Oh, this is nanotechnology. What was somebody talking about how they had nanotechnology before us? No, 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 no. We had nanotechnology way before anyone else had it attached to a screen paint. There you go. That's nanotechnology right there. So we've seen the post. This joker basically tried to come on Instagram and say he developed nano. You have never developed anything under nano. This is nanotechnology right here. This is the original. Again, like I said, they go back and they copy our videos. If you go back to digital crystal screen paint, you will see a lot of demonstrations in there that we've done. They're already doing right now. We've been there and done it already. Let's get that. Where was this at? The first beginning. We had it right here. This is just one of these is a test. Okay, that's right there. We'll get these mixed up here. There it is. There's the test on the gunmetal. That's why I said when you see people doing tests on certified screens, and these demonstrations are done in the dark, this is an extremely high red flag. This means that their screen does not have the ability to produce in a well-lit environment and may have some issues. Now, a Dark Star 9 or a Grade 5D is not going to have that issue. They're not going to have an issue in a well-lit environment. They're not going to have that issue with going against any great product. They're going to be any great product with no problem whatsoever. Well, not ours, but just about any great product. They're going to beat it if it's not properly tested. So watching that demonstration with the OLED horrors in the dark, especially in the dark like that, the reason why that had to be done because the gray screen, that product wouldn't have that ability to pull a contrast level over a Dark Star 9. You would have saw a huge difference in that. They had to turn out the lights to darken their levels. That's why. And I hope you didn't use an ultra short throw in that demonstration because that particular screen is not designed for ultra short throw. It clearly says it must be used with a long throw projector. Actually, all of these are. We need to get this real quick because we're going to be past time pretty quick. And I got to be in the next one to fire up. Okay, let me see. We're gonna be in here. Okay, right there. Comments. We're in over here, right? In the videos, right? Video. There we go. We need to put that right there. That's test 1. And put the test in. These are all certified tests. Did I do all these tests, certified tests? I wonder if we did them all in one hit. I'm curious to see that. If we did all that. Let me see. Go back here. Professional black. Where's it? Black right there. Certified test. Here, right there. All right. Let me see. That's one of the certified tests. This was versus black. We did that one already. This right here, gunmetal test. The gunmetal test right there. We're doing this one right here. This was a paint down, right? This is a paint down? This was a paint down and dry. And that technology right there. That is Network Gray 773 laying against our screen. Now, as I said before, that Network Gray 773 does not match our screen in any way whatsoever. As you can see, it doesn't match our screen. When we do these demonstrations, we don't do these demonstrations in the dark. We do these demonstrations in a well-lit environment. Projectors are pulled back. We did this at 1,000 lumens. We did this at 5,000. We did at 4,000 lumens. It doesn't match your screen. If you matched that screen in any way whatsoever, this screen would overpower your screen with no problem. We know this because you only did one certified screen. You did a Grayscreen 5D and you did a, I forgot what the other one was. That screen did 2 gunmetals, which was the daylight screen and the Dark Star 9, and about the CMOS 81.3, matinee silver, matinee black 0.9, DMP, supernova, infinity, and blade. It did all those technologies in one hit. And it also too knocked out a 773 in one hit also. So if you couldn't pass that screen, you're not going to pass the rest of the certifieds. We already know that from the door when we start testing next month. This is the technology landing against 4 certified screens. That is a gunmetal technology sitting in the middle of that screen. So you have a light gray gunmetal that can produce a better gray, blue, green, red, orange, and so forth in colors at a light gray screen. That's why I said that this thing will wipe out all your products in one hit. These are all the live demonstrations done. You're not passing that screen in no way whatsoever. Let's test right there. I'll put that at the bottom. So like I said, you can't match the screen. I've explained it many times. Now, one of these, if you match one of these certifieds, oh, that's fantastic if you match one of them. But it's how you match it. You can't match this in the dark. You have us put the screen under the most harsh environment you can put it in. These dark demonstrations with these tests are garbage, and they are garbage. They're not properly done right. If you're going to test the screen, if you're going to display contrast levels, they must be done in fully lit environments. The screen must be produced with as much light as possible. You can't put them in these controlled environments, and companies do this all the time. These jokers too. They put in these controlled environments. What happens if a customer sticks into an environment that's not in your environment? Then what happens? Then there's complications. And then you go back and call the dealership and they go, well, maybe you don't have the right projector. Maybe you got to spend a little more money. Maybe you need to calibrate. Maybe you need to put your environment convert your environment to an ambient light controlled environment. So I went from using my screen in my normal lighting to converted it into your environment that's now ambient light controlled. And now I have to calibrate a machine that I spent $3,300 or more for in order to get the colors to come in right. Forget the fact that it came with billions and billions of colors capabilities. I have to calibrate. That's nonsense, man. That's such nonsense. At the end of the day, they're just saying to you, hey, here's the deal. They're honest with it. I understand you bought a screen, but here's what's going to happen. You can't use that in a fully lit environment. We're going to have some problems there. You got to use an ambient light control just like us, and you're definitely going to calibrate because your colors are not going to work at the end of the day. That's pretty much being honest with you. But that's what's going on. Because there's no way in the world that we got projectors over here that discontinued in 2012, old relic projectors, and we don't calibrate, and yet people who have these gray screens and these white screens with these high-end projectors are calibrating these crazy insane projectors. Why? It doesn't make any sense. So when people say, oh, but that's protocol. No, that's not protocol. It is protocol, but it's something that they brainwash you at the end of the day. You go every forum site, they speak the same nonsense, the same literature. Every single website. I've been to so many different forum sites, and they all speak the same thing. Oh, you have to sit this way, you have to sit that way, and to optimize your viewing, you have to be here, and you have to be there, and blah 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 blah. Phony, 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 phony. We don't do it, and we don't have that problem. I remember the first time I did a Dark Star 9, somebody came into a room and said, well, you're doing it wrong. You're supposed to have the projector elevated. It's supposed to be in line with the screen and all that stuff. It's supposed to be a certain distance at so much light per square inch. Are you reading to me? Are you telling me something? Or are you just trying to give me the secret code on how to make gold? Because at the end of the day, my screen's not having that problem. Mine doesn't cost $3,000. So why in the world is this one having a problem? It cost $3,000. So right there. It's all protocol. That's all I tell you. Protocol all day long. I sit there and laugh at it. I spend all that money for a projector and you're calibrating. It doesn't make any sense. Why are you calibrating? Why in the world would you be calibrating? It's just like you sat there and you watched that demonstration where he sat there and said, if you want these particular colors, I can't give you how I calibrated my projector. The fact that you said calibrated in that sentence was pretty bad. You should not be calibrating a projector of that kind of power. Calibrating screens and calibrating projectors came in when white screens had issues being able to maintain colors. That's when they came out. So if you have a white screen, you would have that problem. If you have a gray screen, you would have that problem. You shouldn't even have that problem with a gunmetal screen. You should never have to calibrate a projector. Something is really wrong there. So somebody saying, no, we don't calibrate jack. Yeah, I was like, well, if you calibrate, that's how you get your colors correct. Well, something's wrong here, because if you look in the demonstration right here, and these were all done live, what is going on there? Our machine's not calibrated. My machine's old. It's a discontinued 2012 model, has 1,000 lumens. It has like an 8-bit color wheel. It's old. So how in the world do you have these high-end certified projection screens laying against our technology? Mine is not black, it's not gunmetal, dark gunmetal. It's a light gray screen, and we're able to overpower your screen when it comes to color and contrast. What is going on there? All right, then something's wrong. Something's definitely wrong. And this is why the big companies don't like me either. They can't stand me. You're charging $5,000 for this, $5,000 for this. All the screens on here are worth $3,000 to $5,000. They range. The lowest one range is from 3, which is a Dark Star 9. These right here are Daylight's 2 screens right there. They're like $5,000 a piece. So how in the world did these screens with all this power and capability have to sit in low ambient light controlled environments? High-end projectors have to be calibrated. I watched the demonstrations. They're freaking painstaking to watch. They take the screen out. They got to bring a laser pointer in. They got to realign it to the wall. They got to calibrate this and calibrate that and make sure that it checks is there and the check goes through all this craziness. All this calibration, the colors and dimming the lights and everything's just right to get that perfect. We come in there, boom, turn lights on, projector done. That's it. That's set up for us. Paint it in, hang it on the wall, hit it with a projector, we're done. There's no calibrating and none of that nonsense. I'm upstairs popping popcorn. And one of the demonstrations, I cut my lawn. We don't do all that nonsense. I'll sit there and go upstairs, play with my cat for a little bit, eat some cereal. We don't do none of that nonsense. It's not necessary. It's not needed. All that stuff is put up there for just for protocol because the screen is having issues. But it should be no excuse for that screen not, these screens not showing. These are certifies. Ambient light rejection technology. How do you have ambient light rejection technology if you can't pull up in a fully lit environment, a max out zone? Ambient light rejection does not mean you're in ambient light controlled. I never could understand it. And I've had this conversation with somebody at Projector Central. Somebody got a chance to meet over there. I said, how in the world are you guys posting these screens as ambient light rejection technology? And yet, if you put them in fully lit environments, they wash out. What is wrong with it? I tell you what's wrong, people. When you have, they don't do it so much with the light screens. More the darker screens have the reflective coating. For what I've actually done in my research, the darker screens have the reflective coating. So the reflective coating, as I explained to you before, when you have screens that are much darker, your contrast white levels are going to drop. So in order to maintain the screen's white levels, they put this kind of reflecting coating on the surface so the screen actually produces a higher white level. Problem you have with that is that it does maintain a nice white level. It does boost the screen's ability to pick up a little higher, even though the screen may be a little darker. But the problem you're plagued with is the narrow viewing cone effect, because that reflective surface, if you turn from left to right, some of them turn dark. They turn dark around the edges. And with that being said, it means you're going to projector, when you mount it to the ceiling, it's going to be perfectly in line with the screen. Because if not, you're going to get little edges around your screen. They're going to be pretty dark. So you have to line it up just right. Not only that, they don't work well with ultra short throw projectors or short throw projectors. They will explain that to you. They don't pick up. You have to have a special screen for that. And then one of the other issues you're going to run into is it's producing too much white light. Too much white light is reflecting off that surface, which is pretty bad, because what happens is it causes the screen to wash out. Like that. It's supposed to be gray, not white. And it can't pick up gray because that surface is reflecting so much white light. That's the problem, people. There's the problem. Every surface that I got had that reflective surface on it. Every single one. And then they're dark ones have it on it. I just see too many of the great screens have it. Let's go over here and let's put this in right here with the video details. These are my I forgot to put these in yesterday, so I literally forgot to put that in there. We'll save that for right there. And I want to add in here with our marketplace. I need to go to our shipping policy here. And I need to put in our entire policy. Our policy is huge. As a matter of fact, I got to put another section into the policy today. You're supposed to have all this in there. If you understand this, you should have. Mind you, it's your money at the end of the day. It's not mine. Well, it will be mine once the order goes through. But again, to make sure my customers are protected, we have a massive shipping policy. And it's here, it's designed to benefit them and us. That's what it's designed for, to help them out. So if this offends you and you leave the room because you're looking at a massive shipping policy, then we know who you are at the end of the day. See, when I mention keywords on camera, I would deliberately mention keywords and watch people drop out of the room because we know who those people are. Boy, I'm telling you guys would be horrible in poker. You got so many telltale signs, it's not even funny. But this is how big your shipping policy is supposed to be. It's supposed to be massive. You have any idea how much stuff that goes into shipping a product from A to B? You ever watch one of the tutorial demonstrations on what it takes for your package to go from A to B? It's a lot of stuff. You have to have stuff in there. Since we have COVID now, you have to have stuff in there involving COVID. There's all kinds of restrictions in that. It has to be done for overseas and over here. Shipping policy is supposed to be huge. Over here, we have videos in our shipping policy. No one has videos in the shipping policy, only we do. I thought that would be pretty cool to add in there. We have showing what customers, what their screens look like before we ship them out. All we got to do is spray on demonstration. Would be nice to add in here too also. We'll do one of those. We have the 38 blacks. We show those off. Right here we have the batch number demonstrations. Also too clarifying on Google what a batch number actually is. And there's the demonstrations right there. There's a video explaining the batch numbers. All that good stuff right there. You have to have a business policy. Yes, a business policy is required. Yep. United States Postal Shipping. Well, we have that in there because we have some customers really quick. because we give out free shipping, they think the free shipping also applies to FedEx and UPS. So you have to make that clear that no, it doesn't. It only applies to United States Postal Service. All this stuff that's snail mail policy, ta-da! That's us. Do, 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 do. I like that policy. God gave us that policy. That policy is beautiful because no other company is going to do that for you. No other company, check it, is not going to do that for you. Ship your packages in snail mail and it can drag on forever. They don't care. They're not sending you out another one. You're stuck. So that's it. We're the only ones that have that policy. And that policy right there clearly states if exceeded the limit of the shipping time of the United States, 2 to 3, or overseas 10 days, and after a thorough investigation, if your package shows no sign of movement, we will begin the process of shipping you out a new order. No one has that. No one. We're the only one that has the snail policy. God gave us that one. See, that ensures our customers that, yeah, if your package goes, because of COVID, it happens. I got some stuff I'm still waiting on right now, but guess what? They're not shipping me out another one. Nope. I'm sitting there still waiting for something I should have had here about a month ago. Yeah. I explained to you from the door 2 things. Scammers don't have immaculate shipping policies like this. We do. On top of that, consider the fact that we had all these panel demonstrations, more screens, more projectors, more customer demonstrations, and then on top of that, the fact that they're scared to buy paint from us, yeah, kind of something to do. But anyway, let's move on. All right, let's see. Signature and confirm. We have a thing here for signature confirm. Well, basically, if you live in a neighborhood or maybe you're afraid someone's going to snatch your package, maybe you got one of those neighbors, so I don't even know at the end of the day. Signature confirm is free. Just have to request it. How are your packages are handled? I did that video right there. I really enjoyed that one. That was fun right there, showing our customers how the packages are handled right there. Boom, boom, boom. Video right there. You won't find it in any other shipping policy. I love my shipping policy. It's amazing. I love it. And then over here, we have our U.S. shipping policy, delivery information, all that right there. All this is right there. Boom, 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 boom. I love this policy so freaking much. Yes. Boom. Okay, our shipping policy right there, link. See, again, our policies are designed, yes, to protect us, but also to help our customers at the end of the day, where some people's policies are only designed strictly for them. And if this bothers you, then I guess you might get, how can I say the word for it? I can't say that because that'd definitely be disrespectful. I can say that I know a fellow in New York City has a bridge for sale. He'll sell it to you for a cheap price of $10,000 a month. You ever heard the story? Oh, you probably don't even know the story about the Brooklyn Bridge. Anybody knows the history about the Brooklyn Bridge? About people who actually sold people? The Brooklyn Bridge actually sold people. It's a sucker born every second. And again, if you guys went to a website that had a shipping policy that clearly said if it lands on your property, it's yours, yeah, that is not good. That does not benefit you in any way whatsoever. Not at all. And if they're claiming to make statements in the video, no. Making statements in the video don't mean jack. You have to have it here on the website. That's like somebody giving you a contract and they're giving you all these perks, but they're saying them, but they're not in paper. That doesn't help. You have to have it in paper. If it's not, it's called hearsay. That's what it's called. But you have to have that good shipping policy. The shipping policy has to be good. So someone's saying, oh, we're going to do so and so and so. That's not enough. It has to be on the website. The reason why it's not on the website, because it's there to benefit them. That other policy, he had another policy in there, one that stated that didn't even address the first problem. It said on your next order, if you didn't like the product, you would get half off. But that does not address the first order. If you're having a problem with this object right here, right, and they tell you, all right, on your next order, you get this same lamp for free, then what's the point? How do we address the first order, the first problem? So yeah. So 2 things come out of this when I see people leaving. I love this part. And 2 things come out of this. Either you got caught up in this mess and he got you, or this bothers you and you're a sucker born every minute. But your shipping policy is supposed to be this big. You're supposed to have a policy that big. For those of you who don't know, you should know this. There's no excuse. You should know this already. You've been online before, right? You've done shopping, right? So you've seen shipping policies online, right? How would you not know this? A shipping policy is supposed to be huge. Oh, sometimes I wonder. I really do. I'm sorry to go into these conversations, but sometimes I wonder about some people at the end of the day. That's what you call the sucker born every minute. If you don't read the shipping policy, I read them all the time, and you don't go through them. If I went through a shipping policy and I saw I'm paying $400 for a unit, and I go in and say, wait a minute, this is it? Only two paragraphs? Nope, backing out, backing out, backing out. I'm done. Yeah, All right, sure. Now that whole, you seen the size, how big? I told you 250-inch screens. We're on topic here a little bit here, but we're getting back to this real quick. I told you that a 250-inch screen was a big, big screen, a very big screen. Did I not say this? When we had it downstairs in the shop, it didn't look that big, which I'm kind of shocked because it really didn't look that big in the shop. I'm thinking this is not going to be that big. When we got that thing tighten up and we got it spread out, that's a huge screen. That thing covers majority of my deck. My deck is 11 feet high and that thing is up there. So those of you who have been sending me emails telling me that I am wrong about the whole 2-quart thing, you do not need to be driving any type of vehicle, operating any type of heavy equipment. Seriously, you shouldn't. At one point, I really think you should have shoes requiring Velcro only, because how in the world can you look at a screen of that caliber, and that thing is huge and that size, and clearly say you think 2 quarts is going to cover 300-inch screen? That's a 250 out there. That's nowhere close to a 300-inch screen. Yeah. All right then. If you even shocked if somebody came back, we're an architect. No, you're not. You were definitely not. All right, so we got the customers answered, had a little chat time in there. But yeah, no way in the world. I could put a survey up right now on that giant screen and say, hey, how many people think 2 quarts is going to paint this? You'd be surprised if the jokes we're going to get back on that one. So my question here is, my biggest question here, if he thinks 2 quarts is going to paint a 300-inch screen, then how big of a screen is he going to get from 3 to a gallon? That I'm waiting to hear. I can't wait to hear that one. Let's see. We got to go over to, I want to go back here to videos. We came out of this one. This is where we put the test results, but I forgot to put this in yesterday. I do want to come over to here. We need to put our shipping policy. We give it the whole shipping policy, the link. Yeah, there's no way in the world. I told you it was idiotic thing I've ever heard in my entire life. And seriously, the most idiotic thing I've ever heard in my entire life. I could see if it was a typo, and I really could see if it was a typo and if it was a typo and he left it in there, you know what I mean? It was a typo. But that has been there for at least about since last year. It's been no, that should have been there for a couple weeks. It's been there. So he had plenty of time to go in and change it and fix it. He chose not to. Are we gonna be anchoring? I think we're gonna anchor the screen again today. If my stuff doesn't come, oh, I forgot our stuff. Half the stuff won't be coming today because we're missing one of the items and won't be here until Tuesday. So I'm anchoring the screen today. This time we can keep it up. At least the anchors will be here. I can test those out because we got to put those in anyway. I got to stake them in anyway. So I'm gonna anchor the screen again. Should have never removed it from the top. I should have just strapped it to the bottom. That's what I should have did. Let me see where we got that. We need to ship out, right? Shipping information. We need to have that policy there. Is this right here? Yeah, right there. We need to put that there so you can see our shipping policy. I love my shipping policy. You have no idea how much I love my shipping policy. Our amazing shipping policy. I showed your contracts we designed. I designed my own contracts. When I design my own contract, you know, oof, man, contracts, man. Yeah, again, he's not doing any contracts. If he does contracts, man, they'll steal from him left, going, and they won't steal from him because then the first thing they're going to do, you know, they're going to do your products, and they do it every time. If you haven't been through a proper contract, what they'll do is they'll try to make your product. They will try to make it. Yes, they will. They will try to make it. If it's too difficult, they're not going to go near it. If it's easy, they can figure it out. They'll go to Home Depot, Lowe's. I watch these jokers who go to Home Depot, Lowe's, buy a house, paint everything under the sun, and they will try to match your stuff. And then they'll make up some excuse to try to make it sound you breached your contract or whatever to get rid of you so they can continue to make your product. Yeah, I've seen all that stuff. I told you, I've been in business for a while. I've seen it all. That's why we have all those tests on showing against black paint and all those crazy tests done just to show them at the end of the day, yeah, good luck, Skippy. And if we find that you breached your contract, we're suing the daylights out because within our contract in that guideline, if you basically tamper with one of those containers, you try to breach it, that's a $250,000 fine per container. Go ahead and mess up, see what happens. So yeah, we got heavy fines in there. But we know they do it. We know they do it. It's greed at the end of the day. That's why you got to do those tests. You have to do those tests. The first thing he should have did when he made that product, he should have went out and he should have got a whole bunch of other paints. He should have did the test. Matter of fact, he should have did some testing. I'm surprised he doesn't do any test. Oh, I just thought about that. He doesn't do any testing against other gray screen paint products. I've never seen him do any tests against this fellows on YouTube. There's guys over there on there's a whole bunch of people make gray screen paint products. I've never seen him do any tests against other gray screen paint products. He only compares his stuff to his own stuff. Well, that's definitely questionable right there. That's something that needs to be brought up to attention. Because we test against all kinds of stuff at the end of the day. I have never seen him put his product against another gray screen. I just thought about that. It never dawned on me. I've never seen him. Have you ever seen him test his stuff against Knox, against paint on screens, Goo screen, Pro HD screens, Pro Cinema? He hasn't tested against any of those. How come? I want to see this. How come? I need to know why he hasn't tested against these other companies. We got Knox downstairs and paint on screens. Where are you're missing a lot. I forgot about that. He's missing a ton of tests. If we're doing certifies, mind, these are certifies. At the end of the day, where are you? Even where your certified tests, you don't even have any real certified tests. 2 certifies ain't enough. No. Not to be calling yourself the best of the best. You got to have more than that. You got at least be done over 18 certified screens. You got to do more than that. But I just thought about that. I have never seen you test. How do you compare against these guys? Now, we've done this test already ourselves. Literally, we did a test with HD print. This stuff is actually really good. It's really, really good and a lot affordable. But have you tested against any of these companies? Any of these guys at all, period? What's the difference? Because they're much cheaper than yours. This one has 4 quarts for $90. Or a gallon, he's throwing a gallon for $90. So we already know if we test this stuff is not going to pass what we have over here. But how does this stuff compete with yours? You need to do these tests. Oh, hey, when you guys finally place your orders, which we know that's never going to happen because you're scared to do it. But when you guys finally place your orders and you do a real review against our product, a real unboxing with our seals connected to those boxes, I'll send you one of those over to do your review also too. I'll buy it for you and I'll send it right over to you. That's at $36 a quart. Matter of fact, I'm going to buy you that one, and I'm going to buy this one right here for both of y'all to test against your products. I tested your stuff already. That guy beat the crap out of Crows. You think I'm joking? Yeah, we got the video. We bought it. We had it here. Pro screens. Really quick. Let me see if we can track that video down. Show your results on Pro screens. I think it's HD. And we had it here, right? And it paints good too. Very good. Let me see. Here we go. Told you. We had it here. We test everything. When I tell you people at the end of the day that we test everything, we don't play around. We test everything. So again, there it is right there. We did the test. If you ever want to see it, I'll put the test on for you to see it. Yeah, he beat the daylights out of Crow screen paint. Crow goes into these whole white levels. Yeah, he didn't do well against this screen paint. This screen produced an amazing white level. Yeah, we tested him against him. There you go. And the reason why we did a bunch of videos making sure that he couldn't come in, buy the product, and try to make the guy look bad. So we did a bunch of videos to help him out so we can show that, look, his product does work, so and so and so, and put him on blast saying, look, we know you're going to come out here if you buy this guy's product. If you tamper with it, we know you're going to tamper with it. Put him on blast so he couldn't do it, because we knew he's going to do. He's going to buy the product and try to mess with it. Not an honest person at the end of the day. He's really not an honest person. But this is what happens. These are the results of what we got. How about the other guys too? See that dark level? That's Crow's paint. See that high white level? That's his paint. See right here? That's the UV mix. That's Crow's personal mix. And this white, big bright white screen in the background, that's that HD Pro. That's that product right there. Told you we had it here. We tested it. He didn't do well with it. And that product is around, there we go. That's Crow's product right there. And this right here, this is his. So, now what? I don't know what that guy had in his product, but man, it was pretty. It was pretty. Now, could it go against our stuff? No, 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 no. Not a 38. Not going to happen. But as I said before, on where he's at and what he's doing, yeah, his product is really good. It's really good. This is Crow's. That's his right there. And his product costs far less at the end of the day. Demonstrations were done. Have you seen his page on his specification sheet on his products? Beautiful. Beautiful done. He ain't going near him. He won't go near him due to the fact that his product is better. Let me get this whole link down here. For y'all right there. I'll put that in there at the bottom so y'all can check it out for yourself. Yeah, his screen paint beater. We bought it. We bought it. I got 2 quarts. He had a sale too. He had 2 quarts for $40. So I bought them. Very nice product. Very nice. One smooth, real nice. One application. That was it. Very nice. Let me see. I'm going to go right here to this video right here. We'll put it, it's the shipping. We don't want it in the shipping. We'll put it in the first video here. We're doing here for the customers right there. See, he wants to make it sound like, oh, I'm the only one out here who has great screen paint. No, there's other people who make it too. And those other people who make it, their product is far better than yours because we did the test. We wanted to see if there are other people who had products better than yours. And this fellow right here, his product beat the daylights out of yours. That's why Crow won't go near it. And he's cheaper. He's much cheaper than Crow. All right, let me see. Let me go back and get that. You want to talk about white levels? Go on a white level. Are you kidding me? Yeah, that you didn't do very well there at all. Period. Let me see. Now, whatever he has in his product, it ain't black and white paint. I can tell by looking at it, it's not black and white paint. This, on the other hand, we can tell that's black and white paint because we can make black and white paint and it will match. Doesn't match this. All right, let me see. We need to put that in here for you guys at the bottom right there. There you go. So now you have the bottom. You didn't know we did all those tests? Yeah, we did all those tests. We did a bunch of tests. We had so many tests we've done, it's not even funny. You know why you never seen him do these tests? Because he knows that paint will beat his product. That's why. He's already going through the whole bare silver screen thing. That's bare silver screen. That network gray is a nightmare. I told you it's gonna be a nightmare. The minute I popped the lid, I sat there and said right there on camera, "Oh heck no! If my digital and crystal screen paint still exists, I'd have lost my business." That stuff is really, really good. I don't know what they put. They put the perfect tone of black into it. Sometimes you're dealing with a gray screen paint mix. You can't put too much black. You can't put too much or too. You don't want to put more or less because you're going to have problems in there. That is a perfect tone. So for him to get on camera, sit there, and when the screens were matching, say, "Oh, the difference, man, you lost your mind at the end of the day." Sure, there's difference. Mm-hmm. Huge, massive difference between night and day. Question: outside my window, is that nighttime or daytime? It's daytime, right? You know that. It's daytime. When nighttime comes, is it daytime, right? That's what we mean by difference between night and day. That's what that stands for. Some people don't get the concept of that. I saw people arguing with me to this day about that. Like, you don't understand, they look exactly the same. I hope you don't drive, because if you do drive, there's a chances are you can't tell what traffic lights look like. You can't tell the difference between colors. There we go right there. So you guys can see that. That's the fellow right there. Very, very good product. Well, you need to definitely do your test against right there. Let me see. Yeah, his products are very, very affordable. Now, that's your thing. You want to go with a great product? That's you. Would this take on an LT? No, it's not going to take on an LT. It's not. But at the end of the day, to show you that there are other people out there that make great products that are better than his, and they don't do fake demonstrations. Look at it, 3 quarts for $85. You're paying what? 1 quart for $80 to $89, and this stuff matched the house paint at the end of the day? Yeah. Scot-free. He's got free shipping. Oh, yeah, we did free shipping. Yeah, free shipping. Free shipping. You're not getting free. We got free shipping on the other one, but again, you're getting house paint. Unless you can back that up, we need to buy that and recoat that into black technology. This would be nice outside in the backyard. Oh, check that out real quick. This is his policy. This is what I explained to you. This is his policy. You see this? See how professionally that's done? Look at all the information he has in there. I know those of you who've ordered off his website, I know you guys feel real stupid about right now, but again, you read through that website, there's no excuse. I try to give people some credit when I say that, when people buy his products, he gets on the camera, he talks all this nonsense. You know, again, he won't do a projector swap out because he needs that P2 to make the screen look a certain way. He sat there and said, "Yeah, I have a 2 million to 1 contrast." Yeah, well, you having a 1,000 or 2,000 or 20,000 is not going to be the same as somebody with a 2 million. They're going to have a difference in the screen. That's why we requested a 1 year swap out to remove the projector out of the environment to show you what you should be getting. But they can't remove them because they need those projectors. So yeah, you're getting fleeced right there from the door. And then to show you environments that are very poorly lit by trying to make them sound like they're well-lit environments, and then have on the website, this is not ambient light rejection technology, because if you try to take it someplace else and your screen happens to wash out, he can argue, well, I never said it was ambient light rejection. But the problem you do have is the Frankenstein under its videos claims to be ambient light rejection. Yeah, there's ways to get to them. See, look at this right here. See all this information he has on here? Beautifully done. Beautifully done. This is what you should be looking at when you go to purchase and buy screen paints. You should have a detailed specification sheet, as this fellow has here. Beautifully done. Not 2 paragraphs of some weak shipping information, or 2 paragraphs of a very light specification sheet. And in some pages don't even have anything in them. They just have 2 sections of specifications, and there's no shipping, there's nothing blank. Had 3 different screen paints of the same color on 3 different products. Doesn't want to fix jack at the end of the day. How do we know this, people? Because I bet you if we pop into a site right now, it'll say the exact same thing. All right, we're going to come out of here. I'm going to do one more. I'm going to go downstairs and attach my screen up because I need to basically get ready to install this bad boy. And we're going to do one more demonstration helping you out to show those of you. And like I said, I try to give people credit where credit is due. You know, we have some people, yeah, they buy screens for the first time. They're buying projectors for the first time. These guys usually get duped into buying these knockoff fake projectors that have these fake specifications. They even get duped by these jokers, not this guy right here, but the other guy in the day they come on their channel and talk all this lies and bullcrap about their stuff doesn't even work at the end of the day. And for you jokers, I'm not saying for you fellows, if you're upset by this, then you know what? You're everything you do is fake. You know why we can make that claim? Because you're afraid to order from us. That's why. How many times I got to ask you to order from my site? Either you're broken, don't got the money. We know you got the money. You're just afraid. But don't worry. Come next month, we're going to have you on that table, boxed and sealed with receipts, ready to go. We're not afraid to buy from you. All right, so to move on from there, we're going to come back in and show you because, like I said, some people get duped into this and they buy something like that woman sitting up there with that screen on plexiglass, and that was a crying shame because that screen was so washed out. It wasn't. We posted that video. It was a crying shame. People looking at that, that's awful. That's really all. What kind of projector she had? A 4K projector. That was a 4K short throw projector. There was a ViewSonic. That was pretty bad. On a 4K, that was bad. Short throw, extremely bad. So anyway, as I said before, these are people that know too much about when it comes to projection screens and stuff like that. That's understandable that you would fall and get duped over this because you would look at the video and go, wow, look at the image. The screen looks amazing. Yeah, because he has a $3,300 projector sitting in his demonstrations. That's why we requested him to remove it so you can see exactly what you should be seeing without the perks, the bells, and the whistles of a high-end projector sitting in the environment. Now, for those who are going to sit there and say, well, Mr. Bird, you know, you use, hey, Mr. Bird has a 600 by 800 720p projector that sits in his environment. My screen's 27 inches at 1610, and I sit back 18 feet from my screen. Yeah. Someone sat there and said, oh, we use nothing but Chrissy's. Let's see. We have Chrissy here. We have Sony here, Chrissy here, and next room, oh, we have NEC over there. We have downstairs a ViewSonic, BenQ, Sony, and yeah, we don't use all Chrissy's. Even in my basement, I have another 2 ultra short throws I just put in there of all Sony's. This is the part we need to get to real quick. So the part we're talking about here is the fact that we have customers that are going to get duped. You're going to get duped. Shame, sad, it's going to happen. The thing about it is, the part we don't feel sorry about you is the fact that how do you read through a website that has all that crazy madness in it and you can't tell whether or not you're being scammed from the door? Clearly, if someone sits there and says that 2 quarts going to a 300-inch screen is a person who does not know math at the end of the day and does not know how much paint goes into a screen, which at the end of the day would clearly show you that doesn't sound right. That's like you buying a car and somebody saying this car runs off water and it flies. But you would just go put a credit card and buy it. That's what you call the sucker born every minute. Those are the ones they look for. People who basically do not question. I have no problem with people questioning this. Knock yourself out. I got a video demonstration to back up everything we can talk about. All right. Now I can sit there and get right by saying, hey, what's the biggest screen at 250? Hopefully I might get a 300-inch screen in there because we just barely hit it at 2. I want the edges to be tucked away. I don't want to see the side edges. So I may order a 300-inch screen. Where we're going to paint it at, that's going to be very interesting. Can't paint them outside. All right, so we're going to be back. We're going to be talking about, real quick, we got to go over this real quick. Sorry about that. We got to go over websites because, again, I don't know how. And when we were on forum sites, they saw the website, they've been through it. They were like, I don't know how anybody's ordering from this site, but they're looking like this at the end of the day. You should know exactly what looks bogus and what doesn't bogus. And for those of you who actually think that you can take 2 quarts into a 300-inch screen, no. It's not going to happen. No. We just passed it. Not going to happen. Not even close. Not even close. Just not going to happen. Nowhere near ballpark. Not even close. If you never saw a 250-inch screen expanded out, I'll show you what one looks like. Not even going to happen. Let's see over here. Show the big boy. I'll be setting it up today. I gotta drop my screws in today. The inflatable. Oh, I want to go back inside with the inflatable. We couldn't do the inflatable. I'm seeing if I can do. I gotta get a section for the inflatable in there. Where's that big monster at? We just set this giant thing up a couple days ago. Well, actually, yesterday we did yesterday. I gotta see if I got my hex screws for my freaking for my whatchamacallit. I bought these special screws for my screen so they're wind resistant because yeah, that thing was something else to take down yesterday. Where is the monster? This is crazy when you have really so many videos you cannot find. Oh, is it right here? I think, yeah, this is here. This is it. We set it up. Yeah, that screen. Now we got to figure it out. It's easy to do. Drop it in, drop it out. Drop it in, drop it out. I think this time I might just put latches in quicker to take down the screen as fast as possible. I should go back a little bit. The good thing we got the bricks where they're at, so you know exactly. Because which one comes came out, spikes came out last night because of the storm, but we know where they need to land at on the bricks. So we're good on that part right there. Oh, I can't wait to get this set up, man. I can't wait to get some movies on this, man. I'm just trying to get outside. We had good weather, and then the storm came. I was like, ah, snap! Like I want to be out here watching something off of this, even though we don't got the proper coating on. I still want to test it out. We need to have. We got. Oh, I forgot. We got to go up there. We got to move some of the wood pile because I got to actually elevate my projector higher up so I can hit the center of that screen. Because I was showing my screen off over at the I go there for sometimes to help people can help me out where I need to position my projector at, and the guy was like, man, you literally going to have your projector inside of on a high unit to hit the center of that screen. I'm like, yeah, I know, I was looking at it, but I got lens shift on my unit, so I'm good. I love having screens bigger than me, man. And I'm 5'11", all right? I'm 5'11", and I can watch screens bigger than me. That's what I love about it. I love that so much. And that screen is nowhere near my height. My neighbor over there is 6'2". Climbed over the gate. Adam climbed over. You stand near the screen, man. He climbed over there. Good gracious, this thing is huge. Because he came out and saw it. He was like, man, that thing is monstrous. He's 6'2". I was like, do me a favor, man. You climb over the gate, around the back. You stand there for a minute. He was like, gee whiz. He said, yeah. He said, when you going to start showing movies? I said, as soon as we get the heavy stakes put in. Because the stakes we got now, they plastic. They're little plastic stakes. But yeah. Now, let me see if we can bring this all the way up so maybe you can see the whole screen. You see how big that screen is? You let me know if 2 quarts can paint that. That's 250. I'm excited because I want to get back out. I want to get my screen staked in so we can get my drill out there and I can basically drop these stakes in. These stakes are like about 4 feet long. I got the heavy duty. They drill in. Yeah, these suckers aren't coming out for jack. So yeah, they're going to put one there, and there, drop the screen in, and we're done, man. I'm going to watch some movies today. Hopefully our wind is good because usually after we get a rainstorm, we get a little wind out there. But our wind's good, man. We'll be okay. We'll be out there watching some movies in no time at all. I'm still working on. I got made a couple called a few people on how I can get the rights to show trailers. So I'm working on it next because I'm really getting tired of the whole 4K stuff. I want to show some actual movies off the screens. That's what you're going to use it for anyway, right? Let me get out of here. Now we don't need to go back into that. I'm not going to waste my time on that. Waste my time because you guys should know. If you're going through a website, you should know exactly what you should, because I got things to do. I'm looking at the screen right now. I want to go outside and set my screen up. I ain't got time for this nonsense. Yeah, if you're going through a website, you should know the difference between a website that looks like a good website or a fraud website. You should know the difference. I mean, come on. You've been shopping online for God knows, some of you have been shopping online for God knows how long. You should know that already. I'm going outside to set my screen up. I'm excited. I love the screen so much. I want to get back out there. I got to go, people. I'm going to go set up.